how is it that you show that the door is open and that you encourage people to talk to the brand like a purist?
Yeah, I think a couple of things. So two things happens when you take a risk or you try something new as a marketer, in my opinion. One is you're successful. The other is you learn. And that's our approach. So for us, in terms of knowing the door is open, we very quickly said our customer service reps are on Twitter. They're on Facebook every single day. Many people, if you've seen our leaders, our founders, John and Bert, they're super accessible to anyone. I mean, they were doing social networking before there was the internet. I mean, they're just the type of people, and the culture of the brand sort of stems from them, that were out talking to everybody, you know, and still do to this day.
Well, first off, I would say that it all starts with your company culture, because your culture and your brand are two sides of the same coin. So if you don't have customer service or the desire to please or delight your customers ingrained into your culture, I don't think it's going to happen in a meaningful or authentic sort of way.
I guess I'd just add that I agree it's very cultural, and at Zipcar it's very cultural. I think a key element is empowerment. So we have, you know, a very distributed workforce that, you know, in different markets, and the message has been, you know, that you're empowered to go above and beyond if there are any issues, and you're empowered to wow people. You know, we have people who, you know, put candy in cars and things like that, and they make those decisions on the front lines themselves to make sure that, you know, the customers are happy or they're solving problems.
It's just the power of not being afraid of the negative, right, and really being open to. In our case, I mean, one of the biggest things we found is in social media, when people really, you know, really hurt our feelings, is retweeting and then making light of it, or apologizing publicly, because then it shows that you're not like you're not a brick wall against the negative. You're not trying to stop it. You're actually like listening to it, and you're absorbing it, and you're using it, and that's part of what we do.
We talked a lot about disruption and changing people's state. What linear measures really matter to you when you think about customer experience?
We do look at NPS, and I'm not saying that's our gold standard per se, but to us that's a really great way to tell us if what we're doing is resonating, and if we're if we're doing the right things, essentially. You know, I don't want to overcomplicate it. That's it. I mean, there's many other things we look at.
I guess for us, again, it comes down to, are we on mission or are we off mission? Did what we do further the idea of spreading the power of optimism? And we've seen, you know, and I'm not trying to avoid the ideas of things like ROI, but when we send a message out, whether it's to our Facebook community, that is about the emotional engagement, because people look at what we say and they internalize it themselves. The revenue comes. It always does. The traffic comes and the revenue comes. So for us, the question is it on mission or not?